Let's have a little chat about exponents, and I'm also going to show you how to use the GED calculator when solving or evaluating exponents. First, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about vocabulary. Let me give you an example of a number that has an exponent. Let's say we've got 3 squared. So that little 2, we can call that 3 squared, 3 to the power of 2, or 3 to the second power. So there's a couple ways you could refer to it. Now this base, or this 3, is called the base. Okay, and that's the base. And this exponent here, of course that's the exponent. And the exponent is always in the upper right hand corner of the number, and it's also smaller. Okay, now if we were to expand what 3 squared really meant, that would look like this: 3 times 3. So really, working with exponents means that you are simplifying a repeated multiplication problem. And it's nice when to have something like this so that you don't have to write out lots of numbers in your multiplication problem. Right now this is a 2, so we're only seeing the 3 2 times. So that's really what's going on. The exponent is telling you how many times you're going to be multiplying this base number, which in this case happens to be 3. So what we've got here is 3 times 3 is 9. So 3 squared is the same thing as 9. Now let's go ahead and look at some other exponent type numbers. Here we have 5 to the 3rd power, or you might say 5 cubed, or 5 raised to the 3rd power. And again, if we were to expand this number to show what's going on, this 3 tells us we're going to be multiplying the 5 3 times. So 5 times 5 times 5. Now I know 5 times 5 is 25, but then I have to multiply it by 5 again. And if you need to, we could go 25 times 5 and do a little multiplication on the side. That's going to be 12. So 125. So 5 cubed is the same thing as 125. Let's do one more where we have a different exponent, 2 to the 4th power, or 2 raised to the 4th power. Okay, again that's going to be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. Now this part here, what I'm done here, I've expanded it. So if on the homework it's asking you to write it in expanded form, this is what's going on. This is what that relates to. Okay, this is the result of the exponent number. All right, so you might be asked at some point, like, just solve say 2 to the 5th power, and then you would just write the answer, which is 32. But in your work, you might want to go ahead and write out 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, just so you know that for sure that is 32. But if I'm specifically asking for expanded form, this is what you want to show. Okay,